Greetings, hi moviegoers, greetings, it is I, Siddhartha, once again. Nuevamente soy yo, Siddhartha. Saludos, buenas noches, good evening to you all. This is once again a video for cine desde perspectiva, cine con perspectiva, and this is a special occasion once again because I actually found out that the classic epic movie, which is Mad Max, and I'm talking about Fury Road with Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. I'm talking about the very first classic movie, the legendary movie starring Mel Gibson, directed by George Miller also. Así que este es nuevamente un pequeño video especial que estoy montando sencillamente para conmemorar el aniversario cinematográfico, el onomástico cinematográfico de que es Mad Max. Es un bonito tributo, datos curiosos, que es lo más padre que puedo brindarles. Y de fondo el clip del tráiler original de la segunda. Hay solo unas cuantas cosas que me llamaron la atención, que las voy a compartir, les voy a brindar, a manera que este canal ofrezca ahora un poco más de sustancia, es con cosas que valen la pena, como este video que va a ser un tributo a películas que cumplen onomásticos cinematográficos, tales como ya fueron el de pues el de Excalibur, el primero, valga la redundancia, por su presencia de algún modo en Ready Player One, la clase trascendental, y acaba de cumplir aproximadamente 33 años. Jurassic Park cumple 25 años. Hice uno de Jurassic Park. Chequenlo. Está por aquí, está por allá. So this is a very special occasional video about Mad Max, okay? Mad Max Fury Road, the first one, but we're going to watch the trailer for the second one, I think. So this is just a very what can I say? A very special and occasional video for movies such as this one, or Excalibur, or Jurassic Park, which have upcoming, or they're celebrating their anniversaries. You can find them on Blu-rays, on digital formats, one way or the other, or some video store, which may exist even. You can purchase the videos, the Blu-rays, some say in YouTube, I don't know. But surely it's really right now when you want to watch these movies, when you want to watch Excalibur or Jurassic Park or Mad Max and review them, and maybe rediscover them, remember the good times you lived when you're watching it. I think I want to give this little tribute. This is my way of giving a little homage or tribute, or what say you about the movie. I think I really like a lot to be surprised by the details as to how they make these movies possible. And it is surprising how Jurassic Park was made, how Excalibur was made, and Mad Max even more so, because it was made with not so elegant budget. George Miller really, he was like a doctor man, and he was on ER back in Australia, and he did it with his very modest effort of budget. So let's get to it, man. We're going to watch the trailer on the background, but I really just want to read some interesting tidbits about the Mad Max, okay? I hope you enjoy it. You share it if you liked it. Please comment, put like, whatever, and share it. So let's get movie buzzed, movie hyped, okay?
World without gas. Humongous rules, the wasteland. I'm gravely disappointed that you wish to take the gasoline out of the wasteland. Defend the fuel. I'll never walk away. Give me the bomb, the gasoline, the whole compound. This is a land that prays for a hero.
It's just all that. The price for a hero. That voice cracks me. There he is. This is Mad Max 2. Wow. Amazing how this director really did this movie with that much of austerity.
Every day we get weaker while they get stronger. You want to get out of here? You talk to me. But to do the job, I need some high-octane gasoline. Got yourself a deal. You can run, but you can't hide. You're gonna crash or crash through. That was all a bad idea. I'm sorry.
Look at that. John Mel Gibson, huh? John Mel Gibson. Okay. It's every man for himself. I'm always kind of chuckling when I hear this voiceover. There's no place like to run. The same voice from the Star Wars trailers, right? A real adventure in outer space is happening right now. All these lanes, wow, last chance. I really am curious about the voice. You're still out there. Somewhere. Jesus Christ. Mad Max 2. Jesus Christ. Crazy Gookie. Okay. So okay folks. Let's talk about Mad Max, okay? Okay, let's do this. So the inspiration for Mad Max came from see, George Miller was originally, or first of all, before being a director, he was a doctor in a ER hospital back in Australia, and he himself has said so that he got inspired by the many patients which went through the hospital. The cost for Mad Max 1, the first Mad Max, was $9,350 Aussie dollars. You should know also that Mel Gibson got the role when casually he was accompanying his best friend Beasley, who plays Goose, and while doing so, while being a good friend and accompanying his best friend Beasley, well, he got that role. Okay, it happens. They actually really used real gangs for some of the extra roles. And you should know Jane Fonda and Lindsay Wagner could have been Tina Turner's character, which is in the third installment, Beyond the Thunderdome. I really didn't like Thunderdome. I really didn't like it much. I didn't think it really have a spin or a good idea, good story to develop the characters. I think Fury Road, the new one, I think definitely Charlize Theron is the best. Some of the best things. Tom Hardy barely interesting. So I think the first Mad Max is the one that stands out. Okay, it's the best feature film of the saga. The second one, yes, it's even more so. I think when it comes to the story in which the characters can develop and grow or go through interesting things, I think the first one and the second Mad Max are the best ones. The third Mad Max film, not so much. I think in every possible aspect of the film, the first two, by George Miller. The third one, not so much. Fury Road, it has every single aspect about it except for Mad Max, who is supposed to be the protagonist, and he barely says anything. But you know why this is? Because George Miller grew up watching silent films from the old Hollywood, and he always was kind of had the intention of making one film in silence. He never exactly got to make it in the first Mad Max films with Mel Gibson, and in all of the trilogy starring Mel Gibson, he didn't exactly get to do that. Mel Gibson had a minimum of lines, and Tom Hardy has the lesser lines as a character. Did you know that? Mel Gibson has like 15 lines in the first one. But yeah, the austerity of production to use this move to make this film. This shows you that you can make any film. If you're a very resourceful director, you can make your movie possible, just like George Miller did. 9,000 and something Aussies, really, it's amazing. So you can make your film just nowadays with your cell phone, okay? I think so. I think you should try and make your dream possible, make your film possible. What else can I add? I think the latest installment of Mad Max Fury Road, it's like it has a lot of sophistication, colors, and it's very ochre, and I think every aspect of it is good except for one. I repeat redundantly, I didn't like much or agree much with the idea of keeping Mad Max silent or too silent. But it was George Miller's wish to finally make a somewhat somehow silent film. So yeah, and definitely Charlize Theron stands out very much, and even so that many people speculate they're going to make a kind of a spin-off with the Furiosa character. So what else can we add from this film? I think these are some of the best films, the kind of best of films from the 80s, like Star Wars, like Mad Max, come from a very interesting origin, which is they really struggled to make their budget to be produced and made, such as Mad Max, such as the case of Star Wars, which George Lucas really struggled to make with the thing which all filmmakers really have a trouble negotiating, which is the budget, so that they can make them film the way they want to make it, as spectacular as they want to make it, tell it the way they want to make it, etc. And George Miller wasn't the exception. He had trouble. Australia wasn't a very strong industry. Hollywood, even more so, well, has more resources to make movies. This is why directors like such as Guillermo del Toro go over to Hollywood, because studios can, well, considerably, if you think about it, have more possibility to budget and make the movies the way they want to make it. It's very austere, is very, I know, very difficult to make it in your own land, in your own country. This is why many filmmakers go to the United States, so they can try and make the movies they want to make, the stories they want to make, just do things the way they want to make it, like movies are, okay? So this is one of the interesting things about Max that stands out in Mad Max. It's how much money, with how much money they can make a movie, not having the kind of budget. Of course, it got afterwards, because Mad Max 2 definitely got so much better budget. And you can notice it, how they produced the films. And Fury Road, of course, you compare it to the first Mad Max film, it got way too much. I mean, a lot of money to be produced. And George Miller was a very recognized and very, honorable and great filmmaker. So, yeah. Lo que estoy diciendo básicamente en inglés es que es curioso y destaca por mucho lo más interesante de las curiosidades de Mad Max. Con 9,000 y tantos dólares australianos, George Miller produjo una película. Y de hecho él fue en primer lugar una persona que estudió medicina, un médico, en la sala de ER y pues sorprendentemente logró hacer su película, que es algo como que él se inspiraba en sus ratos libres y de inspiración de sus pacientes, de accidentados y eso, y como que eso le inspiró a pensar en el futuro y esta visión que se le ocurrió. Um, y cómo improvisaron toda la película, la hicieron muy improvisada, muy no como un presupuesto para otras películas de Hollywood, como Indiana Jones, que pues, llegaron a obtener un gran presupuesto para ser hechas. Fueron con presupuestos austeros y con tan solo esa cantidad de dinero como un Guillermo del Toro llegó a producir su Cronos, produjeron sus películas y se las ingeniaron a hacer con esa cantidad, hasta con un peso, tratar de hacer algo de cine. Y eso es lo mejor, lo más sorprendente de Mad Max. Es qué gran calidad cinematográfica. Es el ingenio de hacer las secuencias, las tomas y contar con un gran equipo colaborativo de hacer con muy poco dinero una muy buena película de calidad. Y eso es algo muy interesante de analizar Mad Max 1, Fury Road, su presupuesto. Y se nota, por supuesto, en la manera como ahora hicieron la última. La verdad, la última está muy buena en calidad audiovisual, pero en historia está también muy buena. El único que no me cuadró mucho fue Mad Max. No me dieron mucha dimensión y eso es porque George Miller se propuso a lograr algo que quería desde hace muchos años atrás y era hacer un filme silente y lo logró. Hizo que Mad Max fuera prácticamente un personaje mudo. Los que hablan son más bien las mujeres y otros personajes. Habla muy poco, de hecho, muy poquito habla, pero casi prácticamente es una película muda. Y eso fue porque George Miller le gustan muchas películas mudas. Así que esas son curiosidades. Muchos anuncios que salen de la película. En la película primera esta son anuncios que tomaron prestados. Una de las personas de producción los tomó prestados, los devolvió. En fin. Bueno. um, Creo que ya estamos acabando este pequeño tributo a Mad Max. Creo que este es George Miller. Allá por 1977 es una de veras gran película Mad Max 1. Cumplió, me parece, 33 años, igual que Excalibur. Fueron de las mejores películas que surgieron en ese entonces, con una calidad impresionante, de hacer muy buena calidad cinematográfica, con muy poquito dinero, con unos miles de dólares o dólares australianos. De fondo vemos Mad Max, es muy interesante, vean la calidad, es el ingenio para hacer las cosas con esa cantidad de recursos. Es redundante, pero vale la pena destacarlo. Um, y es casi lo poco que realmente yo quiero comentar de curiosidades de Mad Max, destacando obviamente el ingenio de George Miller. Parece ser que van a hacer ya está escribiendo una segunda parte de su nueva versión de Mad Max. Me gustaría que estuviera Mel Gibson. Sí me gustaría ver más el personaje de Charlize Theron, pero bueno. Ok, 19 Minutes Fox, pero son reflexiones, un poco de análisis, un poco de reseña a una gran idea de George Miller, una visión grande de George Miller. So this was a great idea by George Miller. Definitely imagine how he imagines us going forward into the future if we keep um, doing what we do to the planet and how we would survive in such an hospital world, ¿ok? Esta fue una gran visión de George Miller, imaginándonos a su manera cómo acabaríamos si acabáramos con el planeta, con los recursos. Bueno, eso es todo lo que voy a hacer para edición especial del canal sobre Mad Max, ¿ok? Quedan pendientes la de Beetlejuice y la de Matrix, que son muy buenos filmes también. See you next time. Chao.